Hello and welcome back to Emma Russell's studio. I am Emma and today I am going to show you 3 tips on how to make your watercolors very vibrant. So grab your paper and your pencils and let's get started. So to start off with my 3 tips, I want to, have the paper here for you, the water and the watercolors, and I'm going to show you a few colors that I would choose if you really want to make your paintings really bright. So making them bright also means going with like a bright color or a light color, which is also referred to as cooler colors. So cooler colors on the color wheel is usually anything is in this realm. So this really light yellow green, a yellow orange, and maybe a regular orange. The red orange then starts to get on more of the warmer side. So your cooler side is really within like these 3, like a light green and a really bright light yellow. So that is what I have for you today. I have my cadmium-free yellow and permanent sap green. Now these are Winsor & Newton professional watercolors. Whatever ones you have though can work. Just get a bright yellow and a bright green. And we are going to put them here on my butterfly palette, which I honestly need to clean off. And I'm going to show you how to really brighten them here on the page. So I'm just going to get a little bit of the sap green and a little bit of, it's really referred to as like a lemon yellow, or a cadmium-free yellow. Actually, this is my lemon yellow, and that's actually a little brighter. So we'll do both. So I just have the Winsor yellow, cadmium-free yellow, or lemon yellow. So see how bright that is. Let me hold it up really close for you. That is so, so bright there. And we are going to then get them on our page. So I will show you by just kind of painting a little flower, and you can really paint whatever you want, but these are my 3 tips. So first tip, right? Cooler colors. Second tip is to really heighten your opacity by adding minimal water. So see what I did just there? I put a little bit of water in with my sap green, and now I'm gonna get it on the page and see how bright that is. It is so bright already. And so and as you add more water, it kind of lightens. So let's do that again. We have the lighter spot. Now let's just do barely any water and mostly pigment. And you're gonna just see, we're just gonna keep dipping in with the pigment and add it to our water there. And so you're gonna see how much more saturated it is. So the more saturation you have, the more brightness you are also going to have. Now let's try that with our lemon yellow. So I'm rinsing my brush out really well, and I'm just going to add a touch of water to my palette over here, which I'm going to move for the visual. And then I'm going to just do that again. So I have the more saturated yellow up here. And then you can see if I dip my brush like 1 more time or maybe 2 more times into the water, it's still pretty bright. It's just a little bit more transparent. And then the last color we're gonna go for, and blues sometimes can work for this too, because if you see on back to the color wheel, we have this like blue-green. So let's just mix. I have a little bit of Antwerp blue here, and I'm gonna mix a little bit with this yellow. This is actually more of a, turned more into a green yellow because I just mixed it with yellow. So let's actually mix it with the green.
And if you feel like your green isn't bright enough, it could just mean you need a lighter blue. So I'm actually going to mix my French ultramarine blue with that mixture I have formed. So I'll put it over here just so you can see it. And this actually makes it a little bit darker. And if you want it to appear more blue, grab more blue. This though starts to form, if you have a darker green, it starts to form actually more of a warmer color. So go with a lighter blue, like a bright blue. So anything that is just like popping off the page. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that there on my palette. Mix it up. So see, when I put that on the pages by itself, look at how much brighter it is. And sometimes when I'm mixing, I will just add the color straight to the paper. So I'm even gonna just go in with a little bit of the cadmium free yellow. So that's still a pretty bright blue-green that we have going on. And you can even lighten it with more water, and that will actually make it appear lighter and brighter. And then my last tip is literally to just go straight from the tube. Now, in the purpose of this exercise, I'm just gonna put it on the page, but I do recommend to mix a little bit on your palette first, because you can get a little bit of spots. But see how much brighter that is when I'm just taking it straight from the tube. I have my brush wet, but I'm not adding any water to it. And I'm gonna clean it off. My clean brush here, and I'm gonna do the same, just a tad bit. I could just add my dot of sap green. And so you just mix it on there, and it's so, so bright. And we'll just do it one more time with our, let's do our lemon yellow. And all you need is a little bit. So this is gonna mix a little into a yellowy green because my brush still has a little green on it, but you can see how much lighter it is. And if you feel like your brush is too wet, you just dry it off on your napkin. But to recap, those are the 3 tips. It's you either choose your cooler colors, so your yellows, your greens, your green blue, even a yellow green. The second tip is to make it more concentrated with your opacity. And then the third tip is you can use it straight from the tube. And what I mean with the opacity is add more paint and less water. So cooler colors, a higher opacity, or using your paint straight from the tube will give you watercolor colors that are nice and bright. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe below if you would like more watercolor tips. And I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.